Hey man, let me get off the phone though, cause
So
I'm on my
the
bike, so I'm
backyard
watching the boxing on my phone right now.
while riding your motorcycle?
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at this guy. This was Jamonte Clark, I believe. I remember watching this fight live. Well, knocked him out, up the ring. Props to Clark. Cool, got back up, beat the 10 count, and then he actually has 20 seconds to get back in the ring, and he did. Now, when I looked at the odds on this Jeison Rosario, well, I should say Jermell Charlo Jeison Rosario fight, last week he was sitting at, Rosario was sitting at a plus 300 underdog. I figured money was going to come in later over the next week. Fight is this Saturday on Charlo, and I'd get better odds because I've been leaning towards Jeison. I remember in this fight, this is when Jeison Rosario fought Julian Williams. I lost money on Rosario. Wound up stopping Julian Williams. It's a pretty good fight, and I don't know if he changed trainers, had a different kind of camp or what, but to me, he looked a lot different than the couple of fights I had seen him in previous to watching him in this Julian Williams fight. Was very surprised, kind of impressed, and if he can make the kind of improvements I saw, I believe the fight he had before this was against Cota, and if he can show steady improvement as the way I thought I saw him improve when he took this fight with Julian Williams, I would not be surprised at all to see an upset here over Jermell Charlo. Now, I like to gamble a little bit. I take my boxing, my sports betting pretty serious, you know. If I wasn't gambling on this fight and somebody asked me who I thought would win, I think Jermell Charlo might win. Now, you tell me I'm getting plus 325 on Jeison, and I might put my money on him because I think those odds are a little off. Jermell may blow him out in the first couple rounds. It'll be interesting to see if Jermell has that explosive power. At 1-2, he lands that straight right hand. I mean, Gallimore knocked this guy out. That's what a lot of people are going to point to. But again, I see major improvements, in my opinion, from the time he fought Gallimore. I think that was like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe longer, till when he made this fight here. And like I said, if I see a level of improvement, if I think he continues to improve like he did on the way to this fight, yeah, I would not be at all surprised. And in fact, I think I'm going to risk my money on it. In fact, I was playing with the numbers at plus 325. I put my money on Jeison Rosario. I can parlay that both ways with his older brother's fight, Jermell Charlo. Play it both ways, and that's the way to do it. And I might even throw some money in a parlay on the draw. I don't make my boxing bets, usually, unless I'm very confident, until I see the weigh-in. So I expect I'll be making my play Friday. But yeah, I've been watching. I've watched about 4 or 5 fights here, doing my studying on Jeison Rosario in the past few days and multiple times. And I've not changed my mind. I think he had in this fight, if he fights like he did in this fight against Julian Williams, where I thought he controlled the distance much better than he used to. I thought his footwork was better, keeping him in control of that distance. I thought he used upper, or at least towards the beginning of this fight, as you maybe see if you can see it on this video. He kept his hands high, his guard high, his D. What I really was impressed by was his upper body movement and the intuitiveness. I don't know if that's a word. The intuitiveness of when and how he moved his upper body. I thought he could control the range much better than he was in previous fights against, in my opinion, much better opposition in Julian Williams. Julian Williams, no joke. I lost a lot of money on that fight. I did not expect Rosario to have a chance, much less win by stoppage. But he did. Proved me wrong. And, I think I might risk something on it. I put something on him. I think he'll do well in this Jermell fight. I've watched a couple of Jermell fights. He's very I've always watched him. He's here from Texas like myself, so naturally I want to support my Texas fighters. But yeah, he gets a little emotional, a little wild, stays on the line a little too much. I don't know about his, he doesn't really move his head, seems to lose control. Now, I'm getting a lot of that judgment from the last fight I watched him, Jermell Charlo, that is, when he rematched Tony Harris, I forget what his name is, to win back his belts. And I thought he got very emotional in that fight, which is understandable being that he had lost to him previously, 2 fights prior to that. So, but I've always noticed that about Charlo. It seems they both Charlos get a little emotional, and that may not play to his benefit in a fight like Rosario. I honestly believe, and I'm going to be watching some more Jermell Charlo fights here leading up to Friday before I place my bets, but I honestly believe this fight might be Rosario's to lose. As strange as that may sound, I think he's the better technical fighter based on the things I was describing about his fight game earlier. And we'll see if that translates Saturday. Anyways, I'm actually headed to the motorcycle shop. I'm going to drop this thing off. I was trying to ride around, see if this rain was going to come, because I didn't want to drop it off in the rain. That's a nice Maserati. I think all Maseratis are overpriced. But I'm going to be back on. Hopefully I have my bike back before Friday, and I can give another quick update video on the Charlo after what I feel after I fight Charlo. And my plan is hopefully I get another video posted Friday, get it uploaded, because that's, like I said, that's when I make my bet, and I expect I'm going to be taking the underdog here. We'll see what changes between now and then.
Big right hand by Rosario that stopped Williams in his tracks.
I like the way he counters. I like the way. Yeah, see, that's telling too to me. I know. Jeison Rosario got knocked out by Gallimore, but the way he took that punch, that looked clean, and he just took it, dotted, and kept going.
Rosario, big uppercut, left hook, down he goes, and we have a new world champion. Jeison Rosario has shocked the world, and he is
I was shocked. I was shocked that day. Well, there's my destination. But I forgot a mask. I was planning on Ubering back. Guess I gotta go back home.
He has now become the IBF for the WB.
Can't have too many rounds. Especially when they're only 8-round mags.